Hi, dear. Hi, dear. Getting started a little bit later than normal this morning. Last night I did not make it to the grocery store before it closed, and then I got to my campsite just as dark was setting in, and everything was still wet from yesterday. It didn't really dry out last night. Today I see the sun shining through the trees, but where I'm camping is pretty thick. So my stuff overnight, I wouldn't say it was dry. We can go with less wet. My stuff is less wet than it was yesterday. So anyway, had a bit of a slow start, but it was good. I camped next to a water source. So I've got tons of water today. Lots of water sources for the first half of the day, not so many in the second half. Went through my food last night just to try and calculate to make sure that I have enough food to survive, since I didn't hike a lot yesterday or the day before, and it's kind of like I sealed my own fate, because when I left, when Gadget dropped me off, I had a little bit of extra food with me, and I was like, oh, it's just a little bit extra, it'll be fine. And it turns out that that little bit of extra is exactly what I need to get to town without starving or without having to push ridiculous miles. So I'm gonna try and push as far as I can today, at least like 15 or 16. If I can manage to go farther, depending on my body and weather and daylight, I will. And it looks like I'll be narrowing into Pearisburg tomorrow instead of tonight. But I'm just gonna run in, resupply, and then keep going. Feeling a little bit better today than I was yesterday. Didn't have like a gajillion spiders on my tent today, so that was a relief. Yeah, so don't have a ton of battery left either, so I might not do as many videos today, but we'll see. And yeah, we'll see you up the trail. So I just ran into Trish, and totally lifted my spirits, because I've been feeling a little lonesome out here. I'm either behind or ahead of all the trail family. Because I've been stealth camping and hiking late, I haven't really even like met anybody on the trail these last couple of days. And yeah, so it was super nice to see a familiar face. So she's Sobo slackpacking, and it sounds like our schedules are gonna line up that we might see each other tomorrow in Pearisburg sometime in the afternoon. So super excited about that. And yeah, so when I get to the top of a hill, I'm gonna turn my phone on and see if I can figure out where everybody else is, and see if we can all reunite again, because I miss all my family on the trail. Anyway, lunch soon whenever I hit this first shelter, and then keep on hiking. Hey, hey, look at the view. This is the first view that we've had in a while, and it's sunny, and I'm really glad I held out and waited to eat lunch until I got here. And I've been here for like an hour, sunning myself. I dried out my pack cover. I am drying out my shoes right now. And yeah, ran into some hikers. Bunch of hikers who I haven't met before, but also ran into Otter, who I haven't seen in a little while, so it was good to bump into him. Everyone keeps saying they're going to the hostel that's like 5 miles from here, like every single person. And then I turned my phone on for like a second to check if there was signal, and there was for about 5 seconds. And Marathon texted me and said, make sure you go to Woods Hole Hostel, which is where I'm about to get to, but that's not my plan. My plan is to hike beyond that, since I didn't do very much hiking yesterday or the day before. I think I'm going to try and push on as far as I can, so I can go into town tomorrow and resupply. I do have enough food to get to town tomorrow, so, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the spirit moves me to the hostel, but otherwise I'm just going to plan on pressing on. But really, really, really enjoying the sunshine right now. really enjoying being dry. There was like only really one climb today and it's done now, so I think the rest of the day is going to be pretty chill. There's been a lot of mud on the trail from all the rain, but other than that, it's been fine. But I'm still loving it, loving life. I would still only want to be here than anywhere else, so just gonna bask in the sunshine for a few more minutes and then get back out on the trail. But here's the view again. Woohoo! Well, I made it to the shelter when I wanted to and then decided to push on. I found a stealth site near another person, because when I left the shelter there was somebody there that was making me feel a little uncomfortable, and then he said that he was also gonna keep hiking, so that made me a little bit nervous, and I luckily found a stealth site by somebody who makes me not feel nervous at all. So I asked if I could camp near him, and he's like totally cool and had actually heard the same thing from other people about this same guy. So, and he actually passed us, he moved on, so I'm safe. I'm with other people, but it's kind of one of those just like gut instinct feelings where I felt like I had to get out of there, and I'm really glad that I did. And I'm also really glad that I found this other person in the woods. So the trail provides, as always. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. Got cell phone service, heard from Groovy and Jesus. They're in town, which is only 5 miles from here, but I don't think I have another 5 miles left in me. And yeah, it sounds like Adam is about maybe a day behind me. He'll probably catch me tomorrow. I'm gonna run into town tomorrow for a quick resupply and then run back out onto the trail, and hopefully we'll catch some people tomorrow. Hopefully Groovy and Jesus, because I miss Groovy. And I miss Jesus too, but Groovy's my trail sister. And anyway, we'll check in home. I'm still trying to find my rhythm. I'm getting used to hiking by myself again. It took me pretty much the whole week that Gadget was here to get used to hiking with another person, and then he left. And now it's taking me, this is like day 3 of hiking. It's taking me a little while to get used to hiking by myself again. So